Hey guys, it is me, Kisame Unlimited, and today I'm here to do the Q&A that I promised a couple of weeks ago. I have the video responses. I'm going to tackle everybody's questions, well, the 10 questions that I enjoyed the most, personally. If you would also like your questions answers, you could leave me comments of questions, and I will answer them as well. I just wanted to get video responses because they look the best and they look more professional on a Q&A, and I personally like that more. But I will also answer any Q&A question that anyone will leave me in the comment section below. Now, don't forget to like the video. This would be a segment that I would do probably every so often, like maybe every 3 months, every 4 months, and then I just give you guys like a good heads up of what I'm doing, hence the Q&A. You could ask me whatever you want.
Hi, Kasame. Yes, Jacob. Hi, once again. My question to you is, with all this new Ancient Gear support, like Wyvern, Fortress, Gadget, the new Dragon, Reactor Dragon, and all this other stuff like Catapult and good stuff, would you be considering that to be one of your 6 decks, or just a deck playable to play in upcoming formats, or for fun?
Thank you, Jacob, yet again for another great question. Now, a good example for me using the new Ancient Gear support, or what I consider the Ancient Gear support to be one of my 6 decks. Now, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people do know it from me that I was a big Ancient Gear guy back in the day. I loved Ancient Gear Golem. I played Ancient Gears back in the day when the Lost Millennium first came out. I look at all the Ancient Gear cards from the anime and I'm like, they don't really look like Ancient Gear cards, but when you look at the Ancient Gear structure deck, like Reactor Dragon and the Stratos one of the deck, I keep forgetting his name, but when you look at the Ancient Gear support, they actually look like Ancient Gear cards, which I actually really do like. At the end of the day, I want to give Ancient Gears a try, but yet again, I have changed so much since Lost Millennium to now that I don't know if Ancient Gears will really fit my play style, but I definitely would like to give them a shot. I just want to let them settle in the game, top an event here. I want to see what a solid build would look like before I would throw my hat in the ring for it. Plus, at the end of the day, I'm a big fan of Ancient Gear Golem. Ancient Gear Golem is my favorite card in the whole set, and I would like to see if there's at least a mechanic or a build that will play him, because if Ancient Gear Golem's not really involved, I doubt I will be.
I'm new to Yu-Gi-Oh! And I need to build a deck, so what deck would you advise for a beginner? And I really want to find some new players to actually play. Yeah, thanks.
Advice I'd give for a beginner would be this. If you want to start off a deck and you want it to be somewhat competitive and do well, that's what structure decks are for. The Ancient Gear structure deck that's coming out, a lot of people are testing it on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. It's pretty relevant, and at the end of the day, I would recommend a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player that's starting off to try something like that, because you're going to hit the ball rolling with something that's recent, something that's good, something that's not at the same time that overpowered, something that you get to see where the other side of the meta is coming from and say, oh, do I want to take myself to that next step, or am I comfortable here? I would recommend a structure deck, not the Ancient Gear structure deck, but a structure deck, because most of the time you can't go wrong with a structure deck.
My name is Jose Cruz. I wanted to ask, if you weren't playing Yu-Gi-Oh, what other card games would you be playing?
Jose Cruz, personally, if I wasn't playing Yu-Gi-Oh, the only other card game that I could see myself playing would be Magic, only because I know nothing about Magic, but I've had many people that know me from Yu-Gi-Oh and sit me down and say, Kisame, if you played Magic, you would be a fucking hardcore lunatic in this game. You would love this game. And I'm always like, I look at them and I'm like, they're like, oh, try it, try Magic. And I always say, I'm like, it's not that I don't want to. It's just, if Yu-Gi-Oh has taught me anything, it's that Yu-Gi-Oh has made me self-destructive. And I don't stop playing. And I got into Yu-Gi-Oh when I'm 9, and I'm fucking 25 now. Like, if I get into Magic now, I'm going to probably be playing Magic until I'm 70. Please, no, don't do this to me. That's why anytime when any new card game comes out, like Vanguard or whatever, I'm always just like, leave me out of it. I have enough with Yu-Gi-Oh! I throw too much already. You see, look in the background. I waste money like a fucking fiend. Keep it away from me.
Hey everybody, it's Tony Patrick from Rebarox 10, and I have a quick 3-part question for Kisame Unlimited. So, my first part to my question is, do you plan to ever attempt to go after the Shonen Jump Champion Series cards? I'm very curious. The second part to my question is, what is the most expensive card that you actually hope to one day obtain and set down and actually really go after, other than Zezex, since you've talked about that card before? And the third part to my question is simply, I know that some of your videos from the Extremely Rare Cards edition have not got the complete amount of likes of 800 that you would like, and I just hope and want to know if you would continue to do them, even if they don't get quite as many likes as you hoped. So, hope you answer my question, and you rock, Kisame. Peace out.
Tony Patrick, thank you for your 3 questions. I'll answer them all pretty quickly. I'll try to. Yes, I can see myself getting some of the Shonen Jump cards, not all of them. I could see myself getting Cyberstain and Death Scout, but that's it. If I had to say a card that I would love to one day own, it would probably be one of the second place ultra rare match winners that are given to the second place winners, because they exist like 6 in the world or 8. I don't remember which number. I'm pretty sure it's either 6 or 8. And at the end of the day, some of them can sell for around $3,000, $4,000. But you see, for me, I'm always like with a couple of $100 on me. But because I'm such a frequent spender, I can't allow myself to get into the thousands a lot of the time, because I always tend to break myself down with my savings. But you see, for me, if I was ever able to save up a few $1,000s and saw one of the second place like match winners ever pop up, I would throw it immediately at one of them, because the second place match winners I would just love. It would be like the holy grail of like my match winner collection. I would love to at least have one of them. I don't really care about it if whichever one it would be, because I love all the match winners somewhat equally, so I wouldn't care which one it would be. And the last question that you have is, would I continue doing the Extremely Rare Cards edition if it didn't have the likes? Yes. I've been doing that recently with all my segments. I really don't care if they get the 800 likes. I say for everyone to like the video, and 800 likes would be the goal. But at the end of the day, I can't twist someone's arm saying, like the video and do what I tell you. I'm going to cut the segments, because a lot of the segments I honestly love making. And I'm not going to cut them just because a lot of people else don't like them, because that's how I'm going to be from here on out. Ever since Spidey left, I kind of just realized that I kind of just want to do what I want to do. And I'm going to upload whatever I want to do. It's up to everyone else to like and watch me. And I don't give a fuck. I'm going to create these segments if they're liked or disliked. I don't care.
Hey Kisame, it's Tyler, longtime fan, love your channel. And I was wondering what your favorite card type would be and why. Like, for instance, mine is fairies. I always liked the idea of kicking people's asses with dainty little fairies, you know what I mean? So, like, I love Hyperion, favorite card. So, just wondering what your favorite card type would be.
My favorite type in Yu-Gi-Oh!, as weird as it sounds, it would probably be reptiles. I've never really was a big fan of reptiles like outside of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I like frogs. I love frogs. That's the only one that I'm like, oh, I love frogs. But I'm not a big fan of like lizards or all these other kinds of things. But in Yu-Gi-Oh! I am drawn to reptiles so much, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's their playstyle, but I think reptiles just look so cool. But I'm also a huge fan of aliens, and aliens are most of the time perceived as these reptile, squid-like, mushy, slimy creatures, and that's why I think I'm drawn to a lot of reptile cards. But reptiles are definitely hands down my favorite. If I had to say a close second, it would probably be either warrior or spellcaster, but reptiles are definitely my favorite.
All right, Kisame. So I just started my own channel, my own specific YouTube, YugiTube only channel. And what issues, if any, did you face within this niche, or starting a YouTube channel in general, or just getting to the point where you are now? What was difficult? What were the challenges? And what is something that I should expect, or any advice would be awesome. Anyway, keep up with the channel. Bye.
This is a really good question. What advice would I give somebody else that wants to become a YugiTuber, and what issues I've experienced in the YugiTubing community? If I would recommend anyone to get into YugiTubing, I would say you have to have passion for this game. Pokemon and a lot of other games that are more relevant get a lot of more views and subscribers. Like a good example, if I was a Pokemon tuber instead of a Yu-Gi tuber, I would probably already have over 100,000 subscribers, and that's just being factual because Pokemon has such a bigger audience. And as for Yu-Gi-Oh, the audience is much smaller based. Like, I'm the 14th most subscribed Yu-Gi tuber on all of YouTube. If I was in a more well-known brand, I'd have a way bigger channel. But I'm so dedicated and I love the game of Yu-Gi-Oh so much that I don't care what my fan base is. Like, I don't care if I have 100,000 subscribers or if I had 2,000 subscribers. I'm just happy doing what I do. And that's what I would recommend to anyone getting into Yu-Gi-Tubing. If you're doing it for popularity, I'd try a different thing. I would try a more popular fan base. But as for Yu-Gi-Oh, if you're doing it because you truly, truly love Yu-Gi-Oh, I would recommend you doing it if you're passionate about doing it. And like I said before, the issue would be that it's a very slow, market. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh is not like with a gajillion fans, and you're not going to build a fan base like that. Like, it took me 5 years just to get 37,000 subscribers. Advice I would give would be to be friendly and to be as interactive in the community as possible.
Hi Kisame, have you ever played Heroes? I know Spidey has, but I'm not sure if you have. If you have, then please respond, because I am a hero player myself, and if you ever see Spidey again, just tell him that you got a hero guy right here. Thanks, and I'll keep watching your videos, obviously, so thanks.
Thank you for your question. For me personally, have I ever played Heroes? I played Heroes when they first came out in GX, but at the same time, I stopped playing them. But what brought me back into Heroes was the Amity Heroes. And the Amity Heroes are Great Tornado, Gaia, Nova, Absolute Zero, Shining Asiriato. Great Tornado was my favorite. And at the same time, I played Hero Beat when Hero Beat was still good, or Gemini Beat, whatever you would want to call it. When Hero Beat kind of fell under the radar, I kind of stopped playing them for a bit, but I came back with my favorite version of Elemental Heroes was Vigilante. I called it Vigilante, where I played a lot of good attribute cards that would symbolize and help the Amity Heroes be brought out. And at the end of the day, it was actually really good because I used stuff like Bear back in the day. I played Fire Fist Bear, I played Kieran the Mage, I played Reborn Tengu, and Reborn Tengu was really good still. I was playing stuff like Snowman Eater, and it was my favorite time using Elemental Heroes. As time went on, the deck got extremely outclassed, especially when Masked Heroes came out. And Masked Heroes were like stun-based, and it just wasn't my style, and they didn't come off like heroes to me. As for Amity Heroes, they will always be my favorite heroes. So yes, I have played Elemental Heroes. I played Heroes before. Vigilante was my favorite version of Heroes. If you probably go back in the archives and just look up Vigilante, you'll probably find my deck profile or find duels of me using it, so you could always check that out.
Hi, my name is Ben Wilkinson. I'm from Ontario, Canada, and this is a question for Kisame for his Yu-Gi-Tube channel. I was wondering, if you could be in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, which season series would you want to be in, and which deck would you use? Thank you, Kisame, for your videos. I absolutely love them. And have a great day. Bye.
Thank you, Ben, for your question. If I was in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, out of all 5 of them, while I hate Zexal, 5D is depressing, Yu-Gi-Oh! And GX are kind of in the same universe. If I would have to say, I probably would say Arc V as well. I think Arc V is just, in my opinion, what makes me really love it is that everyone kind of plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Kids play it, adults play it, teenagers play it, everyone in that realm plays Yu-Gi-Oh! But my favorite quality about it is that everybody has a different mechanic. I like that. I like how everyone's kind of different. In every other generation, it's always like, this is XYZ, this is Synchros, this is just what you are. And for me, I like how everyone plays different things. People play multiple decks, and I just feel like that just reminds me so much more of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. And I just think that the Arc V, I really like Arc V. Arc V is turning out to be one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. And I would prefer to see myself in the Arc V world. I could see myself with Constellus just at a knock out Dippa, and I'll be like, no. The Constella guy, that's not Dippa, that's me. And then I'd be using Constellus, and I'd be like, boom, boom. And then, like, I would go with the click. I'd be like, yeah, I'm like one of the, like, badass kids. Don't fuck with me.
Hi, my name is Alan Wagner. I'm here to ask X Underground Members X a question. I would like to ask, when will you make another episode of your Yu-Gi-Oh! Series? I would love to know when you'll get it up again and whatnot, so yeah.
Thank you, Alan, for your question. I'm going to finally knock this one out because I assume you're talking about the Destiny series. Now, the Destiny series was a series that I used to make with Spidey, and it used to be a live-action duel series. People have probably seen it when they go on the main channel, and they'd be like, what is this? Destiny was created, I want to say, at least 4 years ago. Destiny was my attempt to want to start a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series because I learned how to make renders, I learned how to get better editing software, and I wanted to take it for a drive. I said, like, I want to take that out, I want to try this out, see how it looks. And I tried it out. It wasn't bad, but at the end of the day, I hate saying this because people are going to be like, oh my god, that's terrible. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of friends because I choose not to have a lot of friends. I don't like having a lot of people in my life. I'm a very distant person. I don't care, and I'm the most happy when I'm alone. And I don't like going out. I don't like doing special things. Like, I like to stay home, shop, keep to myself, mind my business. And that is when I'm the most happy. And I can't speak for everyone. I'm sure some people out there know what it's like being surrounded by annoying people that you just want to fucking kill yourself when you're around because you just can't take it. But you see, for me, I just like being alone. Alone is just so much calmer, peaceful, and I like my peace and quiet. And I don't have to deal with anyone's drama. But as for the dueling series, people are like, oh, why can't you do it? Because I have nobody to work with, because I don't like anybody. I have no friends to do it with because I don't fucking care.
Hey Kisame, my name's Ollie. My YouTube channel is also called Mad Moths. I just want to say I am a huge fan of your videos. I love your content, mate. Keep up the good work. You're one of the reasons why I got into collecting match winners. So far I've got Chimera. My question for you is, what's the total amount of money that you would realistically spend on a card? So would you say, like, draw the line at, say, $10,000 or $5,000, how much would you spend? Thank you.
Ollie, or Mad Moth, like, I'm trying to, not mispronounce your name. I hope I said your name right as Ollie. But what would I realistically pay for a Yu-Gi-Oh card nowadays? I would probably, at most, I have never spent more than $1,000 on a Yu-Gi-Oh card. But if I would spend more than that, I've been looking at a few ultra rare, like, YCS prize cards that I say, oh, that's neat. I wouldn't mind getting that. And I also really want to get Cyberstein, and I kind of feel like if I ever did pick up Cyberstein, he's going to cost me $1,500. So I said, if I kind of see myself realistically paying a high price, it would probably be $1,500. $1,500 would probably be the cap of what I'm doing. So I see you got that Chimera, you need to get Testament, and I recommend it for you in the future, because Testament's the best one. You have to get Testament. Testament's like my favorite. If anyone else, don't forget to leave your questions below. I hope you guys all enjoyed the second Q&A that I've made. And don't forget, if you would like to make your video responses for the next Q&A, don't forget to make them. Send it to me on the Kisame Unlimited Facebook page, and I will see you guys later. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already, and I hope you guys all have a great day and a better tomorrow.